It's currently 5:57 in the morning. I wasn't gonna have a plan to record a video, but then I was like, because or so earlier, like I was at the beach. It was like 2 in the morning. I was very upset with how sad I was. Like sad at the fact that I was alone. I was like, for context, I've been at this school for like 11 weeks. I haven't really made it a single friend, and by friend, I have to define it, otherwise, I'll lose you. I haven't had an individual to just completely emotionally and I guess in some sense of the word humanly invest myself into, and I was really sad. And then I remembered that, those things don't last. I'm sad, but like maybe when this is over, and I do believe it will be over, because all things end. I feel as if when I when something good does happen, should I actually receive what I want, I think I'll end up stronger than before. And I think, and that's what I'm here to talk about. I feel compelled to just talk to the screen of mine in such a dark room and just talk about the things I do to, not just avoid bad thoughts, but just avoid bad, like, decisions based on those thoughts. How to make sure that even when I'm alone, I actually still have fun. I actually still have the wherewithal to enjoy myself. So I wanted to, like, state that a lot of these bad things that occur, whether you warrant them or not, I feel like they happen for you and not to you. These bad things occur and you're saying to yourself, why me? But really, I want to ask myself, like, what is this showing me? What when I get through this anguish, what will I be stronger in? What will I have the wiser expectation and ways to deal with things in a moment like this? How will I? What's gonna improve in me to make sure this never happens again once I'm done being through with this, like going through this? And I feel like one of these things is when you're alone and you just feel very upset with yourself. Like, honestly, I feel like the first thing you should do is go chase something that you never thought you would have. Find a hobby that is just completely so weird. Like, don't just go searching. Like, specifically choose something that you never would see yourself doing in a million years. Like, and then like add your own unique twist to it. Like, random things happen all the time. Like, for example, there is a shit ton of things on this desk of mine, and it's just like I'm already compelled by the fact that I never would have thought there'd be so much shit here. And like in like an order that is so like unpredictable. It's actually hilarious. Like, we got Tylenol here, we got some cool video game emulator. I got let's see what else I got here. I got my PS5 controller. I got Band-Aids. There is literally a physical copy of a Yowie movie right there in Blu-ray. I don't know what that's about. What I do know though is that my PS5 is also on my desk. It's right here to my right, even though it looks like I'm looking left. But no, man, like, go chase something you never would have thought you'd see yourself chasing. And what's more, put your own unique identity to it. Like, here's a good example. Like, go play Jenga with a special someone, whether it's your family or the friends you have back home, and like be like, okay, we're gonna play this as fast as possible, and if one of us loses, we have to quote a very specific and memorable vine, or if one of us loses, we have to recreate a very cringe TikTok I saw last week. Like, those are the things that give substance to these activities that would be rather mundane if you didn't put your own style to it. I feel like you definitely need to add your own originality to a habit, not a habit, a hobby. Well, habits too, but most of the time we're breaking habits, so I don't really have a say on that. It's December 15th. I'm out of the quarter ended, and I passed my finals, and I couldn't be more happy. But the coolest thing about it is that, like, I actually didn't think I was gonna do that. I earned my keep at this place, and I it was just so amazing. It was amazing, not in the fact that I got it done, but like what I did, the means and the journey of getting it done. You know, like for example, I know that we all like to see people for their accolades and their accomplishments, and like me personally, I'm seeing people for the things they do during the journey too. That's how I that's how I like to remember them. You know, like yes, my friends have these accomplishments. They also have their degrees, but like I still hold on to them because of the person they were in the middle of trying to get those degrees, or maybe that significant other, or maybe that really good best friend they wanted to know, or maybe even that birthday they wanted to reach. You know, treading water is still exercise. When you have these bad things happen, I just feel like you have to change your whole mindset about it. You have to go into a specific mode of thinking. You have to put specific thoughts down. You can't apply specific ways of reacting to things into a situation like this because I feel like it just leads to more danger. And normally, just do all the regular good stuff. Do go to speak to a professional if it's that bad. It's not like, even if you don't think it'll help. I mean, it'll give you insight to do something cooler after. I don't know if it'll make you feel better, but I do know that it'll give you more interest to do other things. And as long as you're still here to do that, I feel like that's a victory within itself and a radical act. I have no idea how I'm going to pull this off. I don't. But I'm not scared. My friends are in this mess too. Not in this school, sadly, but, they relate in a way. And when bad things happen, and they do, to me, whether I lose somebody, or I lose an opportunity, or I lose the potential for an opportunity, I usually just focus on what I have left. And I appreciate even more, and I spend more time on it. And instead of dwelling on what was gone and won't come back, I just feel like that's the best way to move forward. My greatest challenge right now is, to make said friends, but like at this new institution. And now I've come to a point where it's like, even if for some reason I didn't make a single soul, a compliant of my actions or a good companion, I feel like there's so much more than just this madness. There's things outside of this place. There's things back home I could still, mind myself into. And it's funny too, because my home is the most uninteresting place. I live in a specific part of California that is so unheard of, and there's only one reason we're remembered. It's for a reason that's like so out of touch. But I don't care. I have special people waiting for me at home, and if I can't make these amazing folks, then I'm not going to start comparing. I'm not going to start looking at what somebody else has and wishing that was me, because I feel like somewhere somehow somebody thinks the same of me. It's just one of those things where how you react to a situation determines, like the way you live your life. And I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it. How you react to things will determine how you react to even bigger things such as like death, accomplishments, milestones. And I know like most of what I'm saying isn't new, but I really just want to reinforce it because in a time like this where you just lose sight of the little things, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose sight of the little things. I have dreams, aspirations, and goals, but I also have dog days, work days, study days, busy days, and not to promote that you should go out and have those type of days. Like you need a break. You know, in times like these, that's what we all need. But when you have those days, try to paint it as a backbone of finality towards how unique and special you are, instead of the dread you have to face through in despite your character. And when you get that done, I feel like you'll start living life a specific, certain, different way. And from there on, I guess you get one step closer to making sense of things. And if not, well then at least you also start to memorize that you have the audacity and the intention to.